What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Excited to have you here, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. Today we are diving into a Costco haul. I went to Costco with my mom earlier because I can't be trusted with a Costco card. I know that if I have a Costco card, I'm gonna end up at Costco on a weekly basis, spend $400 every single week, and still be like, I do not need all of these things. So I only go to Costco every once in a while, but you guys have been requesting a haul, and when I do go, I make sure that my fridge is empty so I can fill it right up with lots of fresh food. So whether you shop at Costco or a different grocery store, you can find pretty well all of these foods at other grocery stores, so don't feel like you have to go to Costco, especially if you're like myself. It's just Chris and I here, so sometimes going through Costco food, we just find it to be just a lot because you're getting such a large quantity of everything. So sometimes just going to other grocery stores works out better for us, which is usually what we do. But like I said, every once in a while, we'll just do a Costco haul and get all of the goodies that we need. So I'll go ahead and show you what I got, and then after I'm done showing you what I got from Costco, I'm gonna give you some grocery shopping tips just to allow you to navigate the grocery store better and easier, just so you know that you're choosing healthy foods that are good for you and your body. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna show you the veggies that I picked up. I picked up organic spring mix. I love having spring mix on hand just so I can throw together a salad. I usually like to have a salad every day. Sometimes one of my meals will consist of a massive salad, and sometimes I'll just do like a really small salad with dinner or something. Just, it's a great way to get in greens. Now I also picked up a big bag of spinach. I love throwing spinach in my smoothies. I'm not a huge fan of doing like spinach salads. That doesn't interest me, but if you enjoy those, definitely go for it. But I like to keep spinach on hand to throw a handful in my smoothies. You can throw it in and you don't taste a thing. Another thing that I use spinach for is adding it into my eggs. So if I'm doing scrambled eggs, I'll just throw a handful in, and again, you honestly don't taste it at all. So it's such a great way to just get in more greens and more micronutrients. Now this pre-made salad is something that's newer to me. It's the Tostada Salad Kit. I really like it because it has protein in the salad that it comes with, and it basically just tastes like a Mexican salad. I really enjoy it. It's really good. I love that all the ingredients are in this bag. When I'm making this salad at home though, or wherever, I choose to use less dressing. That way I'm just saving calories there. It is a creamy dressing, so the dressing itself is likely like higher in calories, so I just like to use less dressing. Now when going shopping for vegetables, it's really easy to kind of get sick and bored of like the same vegetables if you're eating the same thing over and over again. So I really like to try to rotate the vegetables that I'm buying. So this time I'll show you what veggies I got, and then next time I go to the grocery store, I'll likely pick up some different vegetables just to change things up so I don't get bored and just sick of eating the same thing over and over again. So today I picked up some mushrooms. I love throwing mushrooms into everything. I will saute them, I'll add them into salads. I love mushrooms. This is quite a bit because Chris doesn't like mushrooms. Chris doesn't like a lot of vegetables, but he doesn't like mushrooms, so I don't know if I'll get through all of these. That is my goal for this week. Another vegetable that I picked up for dinner is asparagus. I love asparagus this time of year. It's such a great green with lots of micronutrients in it, and I honestly love the taste of it. Now another vegetable that I picked up is one that I love and one that I often find myself choosing, and that is peppers. So this is the variety pack of the peppers. It comes with 2 red, 2 orange, and 2 yellow. I will grill these for dinner. Maybe that's what we'll have tonight. I will add them into salads. I'll add them into omelets. There's tons of different things that you can do with peppers, and they just have such great flavor. Now I'm not gonna add these into the vegetable category because I'm pretty sure avocados are a fruit. I'm like 90% sure, but I also picked up some avocados. I love keeping avocados on hand. If you want to make sure that all of your avocados aren't going like ripe at the exact same time, I would recommend keeping them in the fridge and then just pulling one out at a time. So today I'll take one out, and then maybe in a day or two I'll pull another one out. That way I don't have 6 ripe avocados at the exact same time, because avocados stay ripe for like 2 days, and if you miss the period of when they're the best, then they're gross and mushy. So that's what I like to do. Oops, I forgot to show you cucumbers. I add cucumbers into Chris's lunch. I'll add them into my salads. I just like to keep these on hand most of the time because it's a vegetable that Chris actually likes. Now for fruits, I like getting my fruits from Costco. I do find that the prices are usually pretty good. So today I picked up some grapes. These are the red seedless grapes and oh my gosh, they're so good. I was picking at them in the store while I was grocery shopping, walking around. So I've put a serious dent into these already, but they are delicious right now. I also picked up some strawberries, as well as a watermelon. If you watched my last full day of eating, you know that I love watermelon. It's like such a good like little sweet kind of treat almost at the end of the night. Usually after dinner I start to like have some serious sugar cravings like every single night. So I like watermelon as it's a really great way to curb my cravings, and it also kind of makes me feel full with just the water content that's in it. I picked up some Greek yogurt. I usually like to get the big containers. I just find that there's more bang for your buck, but this time I decided to change things up so that I could get a few different flavors. So I got the Kirkland Greek yogurt brand. It's the 0% fat. It has 120 calories in each container and it has 12 grams of protein, which is pretty good, and the sugar is 15 grams. I've definitely found ones with lower sugars, but still 15 grams isn't terrible when you're getting 142 grams in each cup. I'll show you the size of each cup. I honestly haven't tried these ones in like probably a year, so I don't even remember what they taste like, but I'm not too picky when it comes to Greek yogurt. Okay, so it's a decent size. Cute little cups. These are great for on the go if you want some snacks at work, if you just want to just take something with you. I love that they're already pre-packaged and ready to go. You could add in some granola, you could add in some fruit, chia seeds. There's lots of different things that you can do with Greek yogurt. So we usually stay pretty stocked up on meats in our freezer just to make sure that we always have protein sources available. So I didn't grab too much meat sources, but I did pick up some chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs because they have so much flavor. Yes, they're higher in fat, but I'd honestly rather eat a chicken thigh most of the time than a chicken breast, and I've just found that sometimes I go through like stages of just being so sick of chicken breast because it can be super dry and just dull, depending on how like you spice it up and cook it, and of course, but I really do love chicken thighs, so picked up some more of these. I'll definitely be cooking this up for dinner tonight. I'm thinking we're gonna have chicken thighs, probably some asparagus, maybe peppers, and like a rice or a quinoa pasta. We'll see. Now I picked up this pre-made quinoa salad. This is something that I used to get quite often when I worked in the hospital because it was just a really great like already pre-made meal that I could just throw a protein source into. And I haven't gotten it in a really long time. Truth be told, it's because I don't like that there's vegetable oil in it. I know that if I was to make this myself, I could make it a healthier option, but sometimes it's nice to just have something that's super convenient and already put together. So I will likely be snacking on this for the rest of the week. Maybe for lunch I can add in a protein source like chicken thighs, or I also picked up a rotisserie chicken right here. Rotisserie chickens, they're not like the best source of meat just because of like how they're cooked, but it's really convenient again. So if you're ever like really strapped and you just need a protein source, rotisserie chickens are great. I like to take the skin off and then just have just like the chicken breast itself. And yeah, they're honestly just nice to like keep in the fridge. I can throw it in with my quinoa salad. I can throw it in with any of my salads. Chris can make sandwiches with it. So there's tons of different things that you can do with it. And it is still a great source of protein. Now, another thing I picked up is literally one of my favorite things at Costco, and that is the Fudge Bars. Ooh, I love these. So these are 90 calories. Let me just tell you the macros. They're 90 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 16 carbohydrates, and 3 grams of protein. So I love like a healthy option to ice cream. Like I've said 100 times, like I've said in every video, I have a serious sweet tooth, so I like to have something available to help curb it, whether it's fruit or a healthier alternative to like ice cream or just regular ice cream. I do like to satisfy my sweet tooth. I also like that they're 90 calories, so if I want to have 2 in one day, I'm not adding up to like 600 calories worth of ice cream. It's still like totally reasonable, so I love these. So that concludes my Costco haul. It's not a massive haul, like I said, it's just Chris and I, so I like to make sure that I get food that I know we're going to eat. I seriously hate wasting food. I hate throwing it out, so I know that we'll be able to get through all of this. Now, I did want to give you some grocery tips just when navigating any grocery store. Sometimes it's like overwhelming. You're like, what foods am I supposed to be eating? So I'll just give you some general tips that will absolutely help you. So first things first, when you head into a grocery store, try to stay around the perimeter of the store. That's where you're gonna find all your fruits, your veggies, your dairies, your meat produce. So that's like where you should be getting the bulk of your foods. If you find yourself shopping just in the middle aisles and not really going to the outskirts of the store, that means you're eating probably a lot of processed foods. Of course, some of the foods in the heart of the store, the center of the store, in the aisles are not like fully processed foods, but majority of the foods are. So make sure you take a look at your shopping cart. Are you choosing lots of wholesome, nutritious foods? Because if you are buying lots of wholesome foods, you can combine them all together and make really delicious meals that are wholesome and full of nutrients, and you know exactly what's in those foods, versus buying lots of processed foods. Sometimes it ends up being really high carb, really high fat meals. And by no means am I telling you to not shop in the aisles. I definitely shop in the aisles. I just mean majority of the time you should be choosing foods that are kind of around the outskirts of the grocery store. If you're wondering what sorts of things you should keep in your pantry that you can find in like the middle aisles of the store, you should definitely check out my top 10 pantry staples. You'll for sure find that video helpful, and those are things that I always keep in my pantry on a day-to-day basis. So I'll just leave that video right here if you want to watch it now, or I'll link it in the comments if you want to watch it later. Another tip is to make a grocery list and stick to it. We've all been in the situation where you go into the grocery store for like 4 or 5 things and you come out spending like hundreds of dollars. So I would recommend making a grocery list and actually sticking to it. Make sure you do have lots of healthy options on that grocery list so that you can prep foods for the week. You can make sure that your lunches are good to go. You can make sure that you have the foods that you need for dinner so that you don't have to eat out. Not only is it going to save you money, but it's also going to save you calories. My last tip is to stay away from the foods that you go overboard on. For me personally, I love candy, I love sugar, Chris loves chips, so we don't buy any of it. And that's not ever, we definitely do buy it sometimes, but it's not something that we always keep stocked in the house, because if it's here, we're likely going to eat it. So we definitely will treat ourselves to it every now and then, but it's not something that we consistently keep in our house. So this concludes the end of my grocery haul. I am going to go work out and then start cooking dinner, so I'm gonna get some of my chicken thighs marinated. I also think I'm going to snack on a fudge bar. As you can see, I have already gotten into them with my mother on the way home from Costco. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found these grocery tips and this haul helpful. Let me know if some of these foods are ones that you typically pick up from Costco just in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me and shows support for my channel. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button. So thank you for watching. I so appreciate you. Mwah.